Now,
Yeah.
how did y'all get the name Harlem Heat? And was y'all always Harlem Heat, or was y'all
No,
something else before?
no, actually, no, we wasn't. We was actually, um, they wanted to give us a name of Chain Gang. They wanted to change everything about us, and that didn't work out. So they was like, well, you guys got to pick new names, and people started throwing things out and stiff that and the other. They want to call it Chicago Heat, and then I was like, well, now what about Harlem Heat? And that kind of stuck. Yeah, that's just that kind of stuck. So we started rolling with that, and the rest is history. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, that sound better. Harlem Heat. You know, when you think
right?
of Harlem, you think of certain things. You know, shout out to Chicago, but HH
Mm-hmm.
Harlem Heat, that sound
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. I don't know what it's called. Miami Heat, Chicago Heat. You know,
Yeah.
we're like, what about Harlem Heat? I don't even know where the Heat thing came from. I don't even know
Mm.
where that. I don't even know where that came from. It was like Dusty Rose. Who was in there? It was like Dusty Rose and Ole Anderson and Sid Vicious and just different people throwing out stuff. Where the Heat thing came from, I have no unearthly idea. I just knew the Heat sounded good, but the Chicago and Miami and all that didn't sound good, you know. So, and it was like, so that's how it happened, man. You just throw stuff against the wall until you something sticks, man.
I
Yeah.
can dig it. I can dig it. Now I got a question. Now they were saying were y'all the first Black American tag team champions? Is that
No,
correct?
no, that's
Okay.
not true.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you about y'all. Y'all did win the belts though. What was that like for you?
Well, you know, we had came from global where we were 3 or 4 time champions.
Wow.
So when it came from global championship wrestling, that was on ESPN. And then when we went to WCW, uh, well, I can only speak for myself. I knew we were going to be the champions. I knew it. You know, it was just, it was just something that eventually that was going to happen, and we knew it. We knew we were the best tag team around there. We know, you know, slowly but surely we're going to be what we're going to become, and that's what we worked on, and that was a challenge to us. So when it happened, it really wasn't a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, it really wasn't a surprise because in our minds we were the champions already before we even got the belts. So it was kind of like look at each other and go, you know, told you.
Right, right. Y'all made it look